What's up, fam? I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Today I wanted to talk about being distracted by delusion. Now, this is something that society pretty much has set up to happen like this way, but we are at a point where we really have to fight against this monster because delusion is all around us, and it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to get distracted by things that are not real, by things that don't matter, by things that don't exist. And it's something that I found myself having to come in and out of from time to time. And when I notice it, I'm like, damn. A lot of time can be wasted if you are focused on things that aren't even real. So let's talk about it. To me, delusion is just anything that exists outside of your personal reality. It's anything that doesn't serve you and your goals and your purpose and your passion. Delusion can be literally anything. A perfect example for me of ways that I notice myself being distracted by things that aren't, beneficial, is how, for instance, I found myself over the last few months getting caught up in like a rut of just working, and kind of like forgetting about my end goals, my purpose, the things that I actually enjoy to do. Like this is what I want to do the most. And I feel like I've been distracted by things that I've been making up in my head and things that I've been feeding into my mind as well as my body. I find myself, getting caught up in celebrity gossip or just getting caught up in the mundane, hustle and bustle. And all of those things exist, but they're not really real, because at the end of the day, whatever is in your immediate reality, that is reality. So the collective reality that we think of the world is just this type of place, that's a delusion, because the only thing that exists when you take away phones, television, media, when you take away the newspaper, when you take away every outlet of communication outside of your immediate life, when you take all those things away, that's your reality. So the people that you have known your entire life, the people who are immediately around you, people that the universe connects you with, random things that happen all that, like that's your reality. And the great thing about life is that essentially you create your own reality. And that may sound like far-fetched, but it's so very true. Like, whatever you desire, whatever you want, you can create that for yourself. Whatever you don't want, you can eliminate that from yourself. And so it's really important to stay focused on what you want to create. What do you want your life to be? Your life doesn't have to be what you think life is according to the collective world, in terms of like, oh, I'm just gonna get a house, get a job, get married, have kids, work, retire, and then die. That's not reality. Okay, reality is limitless, beautiful. It's like a canvas of opportunities and possibilities. Like, for instance, I don't think that my reality resembles what the rest of the world, it's hard to describe. So if somebody says to me, oh, we're in the middle of a pandemic, well, in my immediate reality, I'm not in no pandemic. I'm not, dying. I don't have bad health. So that's not my reality. Although that is the reality of the world, it's not my reality. I'm not claiming it. And so think about how literally, as a conscious person, people in a conscious community, people who are spiritual, understand, themselves and life, you know that it can be extremely overwhelming sometimes to know all of the things like it be feeling like information overload. Like, it gets draining at times, and that happens to me a lot. It's like, why is this life right now? Like, why is everything in the world basically out to get me? Why is everything designed for me to die? Why is everything, from the food we eat, the shows we watch, everything is like just attacking us? You have media portraying Black people in these terrible ways, and it's causing like a mental genocide, because you're killing the image of yourself when you look at Black people and you see us being degraded, being killed, being murdered. That's like mental murder. You killing yourself on this side. Then you got the foods, all this GMO, the meat is filled with pests. It's just, everything is right now you have to understand this is warfare. It's not gonna be boom, 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 everybody out shooting. No, this is like a cold war. We're dealing with underhand tactics that are eventually killing us. If you get what I'm saying, like we're dealing with warfare. It's just not physical. It's mental. It's emotional. It's spiritual. All of those things are real, and that is your reality. So, like I said, your reality is what you feel, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings. Like, that's what's real. That's the only thing that's real. Your soul is what's real right now. Everything else is up for question. Everything else is up for debate. And that goes for the government. That goes for the school system. That goes for everything. All of this shit is not real. The history we've learned is not real. Do you know that people actually made up history? Like, people can make fossils. People can make statues and say, oh, this existed 30,000 years ago. No, a lot of this shit is fake. Pretty much everything is fake. And so it's like, in order to maintain like a sound mind, you just have to stay balanced and realize that, yes, there's delusion all around us, but you have to have tunnel vision and stay focused on what you want for your life and the immediate people around you. That is how you break being distracted by delusion. Another thing that I feel like is very delusional is money. Of course, we think that we need money to survive. We think that we need money, but we all know that there was a time when money didn't exist and everything was just fine. People were thriving. So I don't want people to feel like I'm just sending y'all off. Of course, you need money, whatever. You don't need it, but it's a tool that you use to elevate your life. That's how you need to look at it, as a tool, not a necessity. What you really need is resources. What you really need is alliances with people in your community. That's what you really need, because that's what's gonna matter at the end of the day. If you take away everything, if you take away commerce, if you take away e-money, virtual money, none of that stuff matters. The key is having a foundation in your community, having people around you, having a skill set. That's reality. Money is not, that's not real. And the faster you understand that, then the sooner you can actually begin to create your own reality and look at everything as just a tool for leverage to do what you need to do. You don't have to get caught up in, this is my life, I have to work. No, you have to come up with a game plan and figure out what works for you so that you can excel beyond the expected reality, beyond what they have pretty much fed us that we think we have to live for. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot to unravel, but the main core of the message is to just not get caught up in things that don't matter, things that don't affect you. And another thing that I've noticed that's really important is to be mindful of what you put in your body, because certain things that you do make you more susceptible to being distracted, such as eating junk food, such as eating, having a poor diet. Food really is a direct connection to your mental state. Like, some foods have chemicals in them that block or kill nerves and things and brain cells. Like, important things you need to stay focused, important things you need to be mindful. Like, it's really an attack on your mind. So you have to be aware. You have to be aware of everything you put in, whether it's stimulation, whether it's, the music you listen to, the videos you watch, the people you keep, the food you eat, the products you use. Like, chemicals are real. Like, chemical warfare is very real. So everything matters. And knowing that can be overwhelming. And so that's why I said it's important to have balance, because you don't want to drive yourself crazy. You have to also be grounded at where you at right now in life. If you can't afford to do everything that you want to do the correct way, the proper way, the healthy way, you can make adjustments until you reach your ultimate goal. But don't overwhelm yourself trying to just, I'm finna be vegan and da-da-da. Like, that's, everything takes transition. So as long as you're just mindful and trying to do better every day, that's what matters. And that's how you're going to maintain some stability in this crazy ass world. Stay focused, stay driven, and stay highly vibrational. Do not allow fake, fictitious things to disrupt your mind, your end goal, your plan, your spirit. Like, don't let that happen, because that is what, the powers that be, or all of the negative entities in the world, are trying to do, is to keep us distracted from the truth and keep us distracted from ourselves. You are your biggest mission in life. Understanding yourself to the fullest capacity and unlocking your highest potential, that's your goal. That should be everybody's main goal. Of course, once you reach a point where you're, satisfied with how you are in this world, then you can help others. And along the way, of course, bring people with you, but the inner work is what's going to keep you grounded. The inner work is your reality. That's it. That's the video. Hopefully, this message helped for some of y'all. Y'all can kind of, feel what I'm saying. Y'all can be on the lookout for more. It was good checking in. Whatever.